And now it's time for Hobo Reviews with Willie B.A. Hobo. Tonight's review, Finding Nemo. Oh my God, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. We must find the spoilers. There's this fish named Nemo who was born with a lucky fin. In other words, it's broken. Because there was this big fish that attacked all the baby fish. And it ate every single one except for one, which is egg crack. And because it's egg crack, that means the fin is broken. So Marlin must protect his baby Nemo because his wife, Nemo's mom, also got killed by that fish. Several years pass and it's time to go to school, and Nemo's so excited that he wakes his daddy up. It's time for school, it's time for school, it's time for school. And Marlin's like, I don't want to go to school. You're not going to school, I'm going to school. Except he doesn't want to go to school, Marlin doesn't. I want to stay home and bake cookies with Mom. Or you. Space Jam reference in my mouth. Anyway, so they go to school, except Marlin is very, very overprotective because, well, it's the last baby that was around. So he wants to have him be around for as long as he could possibly have. So we go through the safety precautions. We go out and back in. And then we go out and back in. And sometimes we have to do a third time out and back in. And if you need to the fourth time, and he was like, all right, I want to go to school. And the teacher is a stingray. And Marlin tries to tell a joke because they recognize that he's a clownfish, and clownfish means that he's a jokey fish. Except he doesn't really tell the joke too well. And then the stingray's like, oh, let's search for the sea, the sea, the sea. Oh, let's so find the sea, oh, yes. Or something like that. Ah! And then, while they're exploring, Nemo befriends an octopus, a unicorn, or not a unicorn, a sea unicorn, and some other random fish. And they try to see how far they can go to touch the boat. So the sea unicorn goes far, then the octopus goes a little farther, and Nemo's like, well, I'm going to go all the way. And Marlin's like, no! You can't do this. You think you know what you're doing, but you just can't, Nemo. So he's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to go all the way to the boat, and I'm going to touch it. And he's like, don't you do it. Don't touch the boat. And he touched the boat, which they think is the butt. He touched the butt. And then he swims back thinking, yeah, I am authoritative. Except there's only one teeny tiny problem. There's a sea diver who happens to be in the area, and he captures Nemo. The other one takes a snapshot at the fish, Marlin in particular, and Marlin goes blind. I'm blind! I'm blind! Motherfucker, I'm blind! And so this allows them to escape, and Nemo gets kidnapped. Well, not really kidnapped, but he ends up in an aquarium at a nearby dentist office in, wait for it, Australia! Home of the Sydney Dome! You know where opera is? And so Marlin is swimming, trying to figure out where Nemo is, which at this point he has missed him completely. And he runs into this bluefish named Dory. And so the two become friends. Except Dory has what we call a short-term memory loss. In other words, she forgets really easily. So the instant she meets him, he's like, hi, how you doing? I'm looking for a fish. Who? Wait, who are you? Yeah, that's pretty much how this whole movie goes. So the two form a friendship, not a relationship, but a friendship, to help try and find Nemo. They run into a bunch of big sharks. One of them's named Bruce, which, of course, makes a lot of sense. Hello. My name is Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Fish are friends, not food. And so they befriend these sharks, except Dory gets hurts her nose, a little blood comes out, and Bruce is like, Dory, are you alright? That's good. Just a bite! Except they get away. And then once Brucey wakes up, he figures out that the missile is about to hit a bunch of touchy bombs You wouldn't want one of those to pop, except they're all gonna pop. Swim away, swim away! And then kablooey! Everything goes into kablooey! And the next thing you know, they find the goggles of one of the divers and finds the address. P. Sherman 42, or is it 42 P. Sherman Wallaby Way, Sydney? Or maybe it was P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Gee, now I have short-term memory loss. Thanks a lot, Tori, mama. So anyways, they realize that they gotta go to Sydney. And in order to go to Sydney, they got a ways to go. Meanwhile, Nemo befriends a bunch of other fish who are stuck in an aquarium because, well, the dentist's daughter has a birthday surprise waiting, of course. And so they're trying to escape. One of the fish is voiced by the guy who did the Green Goblin in the original Spider-Man trilogy. And by golly, was he a tremendous leader. But first they go through the trials with Nemo. And that includes the Ring of Fire! Akuwaki ya ho ho ho! Akuwaki ya ho ho ho! Akuwaki ya ho ho ho! Akuwaki ya ho! I'm losing focus here. So Nemo goes through the ring, which is not really fire. It's just a volcano. And so then he passes the trial. He's called Shark Bait. Shark Bait! Ooh-ah! Everyone meets Shark Bait. Shark Bait! Ooh-ah! Enough with the Shark Bait thing. Shark Bait! Ooh-ba-ba-doo. See, that was an awkward moment for that one fish. So then they decide to formulate a plan to escape. And they try to, but it's to no avail. Eventually, the dentist's daughter show up. And by golly, does she need some help with her teeth. She's wearing braces as well as this big ring thing, you know, that kind of connects to the retainer. And so, yeah, it's pretty bad. So the father's like, oh, I got a surprise for you, mate. And it's a fish, except he pretends to die so he can go into the toilet. And only one problem. He doesn't go into the toilet. He goes into the trash can. Wait, he can't do that. Come on, come on. And then the seagull comes, and he comes flying and flying and flying, and the girl's like, ah! Ah! Meanwhile, Nemo's daddy Marlin and Dory are going to swim. They go through a bunch of jellyfish, they go boing, 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 then they go through its tentacles, which obviously sting and puts them to sleep. They wake up on the back of a sea turtle, who happens to be 150 years old. And they go through the current, and they go to the ESC, or EAS or something. I don't know, mama. I really was stoned that night. Anyways, they go through, and they find themselves in Australia, and that's when the pelican comes, scoops them up, takes them to the dentist's office. The pelican then comes in, and that's when the girl's going, ah, ah, ah. And the boy waiting in line is like, wow. Is that what happens at the dentist's office every day? Mommy, I don't want to go here anymore. Marlin discovers that Nemo is dead, except Nemo's playing dead, but Marlin thinks he's dead. And so, yeah, they all think he's dead, even though Nemo was just playing dead. But who could blame him for thinking that? So then they're getting out of here. And then Nemo's able to escape. And he runs into Dory. And they go and try and find Marlin. Except they get captured by along with a bunch of other trout fish, by these fishermen. And so Marlin guides them to swim it down, because you know what Dory says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim. Because that's what happens when life has you down. I thought it was when life gets you down, well, I don't know. Anyway, so they escape, and they're able to get back home, and everybody lives happily ever after. Except there's going to be a sequel, and I can't wait for the sequel. Because this movie was awesome, and I, for one, recommend it because, well, go figure, it's a Pixar movie. This is Willie B.A. Hobo saying, goldfish! You got a goldfish? Come on up again, will you? Or even a clownfish. Come on! They're way better than a goldfish because a clownfish can tell a joke.